Hey guys, it's Tim Gillette, author creator of the Rock and Roll Keys to Business Success, back here with another one of our Blab shows. And we're here to talk today about the following thing in episode number 48 of Rock Around Your Blog. And of course, Austin's going to jump in, my buddy Austin. Austin got great knowledge when it comes to the following thing online, as well as a couple other people. I see Melody Meyer just joined the room. Hey, Melody. Mariani Landscape, all right. We've talked with them last week. Anna, who's in the room. So many people have got great input. Again, I don't want to do these things, so it's just all about, hey, let's talk about what Tim's got to say about it. I want to get feedback because here's what I've learned. The more I learn, here's what I have learned. The more that I learn, the more I need to learn. How's that for an analogy? And we talked about it. I did this in a Periscope the other day, and I talked about the idea in the Periscope. And I want to head around and get my notes here. What we talked about was, and I've noticed it on Twitter, a lot of people don't realize that I'm actually checking out who follows me, who unfollows me. And not that like I play a game with it, but that if you followed me, that tells me you have some interest in me. But if you then unfollow me, tells me that you just wanted to see if you can make money from me and you're all about the fame and fortune. And if you follow me and maybe after a month or so go, oh, I don't like that. I don't like his political opinion, so I'm going to unfollow him. That's different. Then let me follow you today and unfollow you tomorrow. Because I get that some people, I'm not their spice of tea or coffee or wine or beer, okay? I get it. I understand it, all right? We're not all meant to be alike. So that's where I like to say, you follow people. Based on, hey, Jenny, welcome to the room. You follow people based on who you're interested in, not based on, hey, let me follow you to get followers. Now, it's a side benefit that when I follow someone like Austin, then he's going to follow me back, and I have followers. But I didn't follow Austin to try to get him to follow me so that I can say I have followers. I followed Austin because he had a very interesting information about him online, and I was interested in him. Now, that's what the following has got to be. But the flip side of this is someone starts following you, and you don't follow back, and you don't really check into who they are. Well, then you're just the one trying to gather fame and fortune, shall we say. You should at least be investigating who's these people following me. And I talked about this when I did the Periscope the other day, was I shared with people who I follow and who I don't follow. If I get to someone who has no profile, they have a picture up and their name, and that's it. I'm not following you back. You've given me nothing of interest to connect to you. When I teach my blogging class, I teach people to build an About You page or a profile, and we were talking about, Austin and I were talking about, we're going to have another one. So we're going to schedule that, Austin, remind me today. We're going to schedule to talk about the About Me, because there was another app we were talking about this. But I tell people to actually, welcome in, Mel. I tell people to actually build this, build interest in who they're going out there. And if they're just, you don't have anything out there about yourself, nobody's going to be interested in you. All right. The people I have in here, I've met Austin online, but I know Melody personally. And the more I get to know these people, the more I want to know about these people. Coach Jenny, great example that popped in the room. I met Coach Jenny from seeing her on a platform and immediately started to go check her out. I checked out her webpage. I checked out her Twitter, her Facebook group. All those things because she intrigued me, interested me. So I go check them out. If she just had, I'm Coach Jenny, I wouldn't follow that. You know what I mean? She's got a lot of information about there. And then as I get to know her, I found out she's a neat person as well, which is another side benefit.
Are you talking about following on Blab specifically, or all following?
Online, period, Mel. Yeah, online, period. This is, and yeah, we will, and I'll be glad to take your input on specific platforms that you use in the following I do. Because I know you've got a whole different way of doing it than I do. I know Jenny in there's got a whole different way that she does it. Austin, we're all different people. So basically, we can all learn. That's why I want to make this discussion and not just Tim talking. Was what we do to connect with people. because the biggest thing that gets me is the follow-unfollow game within 24 hours. And the one that tops that is you followed me. I followed you back because I thought you were interesting. You sent me a message saying, hey, thanks for following. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. And then you unfollowed me. That's the even more intriguing one.
I got a better one than that for you, Tim.
Go. They got to be good.
So let me just let everybody know my strategy. I follow people first because the way I look at it is, I'm talking about Twitter, but it's literally any platform. I look at the internet as a giant cocktail party. And if you are at a cocktail party and you sit on the wall and you just stare around, you're not going to have a good time. I mean, you might enjoy watching people, but you're not going to build your business. And that's what we're all on here to do. So I follow first. And the way I mentally look at it is walking up and doing a handshake. But the difference is I don't look for people to automatically follow me back or anything like that. Obviously, I want that. People who don't follow me, I don't follow them because, Twitter has the algorithms and everything else, and I use that to my advantage. But the thing is, when people follow me back, the first thing I do, let's say on Twitter, is I do the Twitter video message, and I go, hey, Melody, thank you so much for following me. It's lovely to meet you. I see you just said something about XYZ. We should connect. Or if somebody shares a blog article, I send them a Twitter video message that says, hey, thank you for sharing an article. It means the world to me. I appreciate it so much. That brings value to every single person who gets it because I'm taking time out of my day to connect and engage in a very humanistic level. And I think that's the key when it comes to this whole follow-unfollow game. It's about creating depth over width. Depth in relationships gets people coming back, sharing your content, engaging your content, building that 1,000 true fans that Kevin Kelly talks about, not having 100,000 Twitter followers who don't engage. So I think following is very important because it's one of the many actions you can do. Now, somebody over here jumped in. Can you judge people on recent posts? Absolutely. I go to follow somebody and then I see that they're ultra political, and I am not a political person. I try and stay away from that. I think it's poison because it's never bringing me what I desire. I'm a very uplifting, positive person. The news, politics, things like that doesn't really bring me the stuff that I desire. So if I see that, I go, I'm going to shy away. Everybody's allowed their opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just not something I prefer, So the thing that I think is worse than the, hey, I want to engage with you, then unfollow you, is the automatic direct message. It is the bane of engagement. I've unfollowed people who sent me automatic direct messages. And so many people do it. Even if it's like, hey, I know this is a robot. Thanks for following me. It doesn't take any time. It doesn't take time out of your day to engage with somebody on a humanistic level. Don't be on social media if you don't want to be social. That's
right. And I actually got somebody who they tell me they put that automated message come out, and I know Jenny went, to the auto message, and it has the sales link in it. Like, not only, hey, thanks for connecting. By the way, go buy from me.
It doesn't have a conversion. I think I've clicked on, out of the 1,500 to 2,000 automatic direct messages I've gotten, I think I've clicked on maybe 2 in all my time. That is the lowest amount ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. It's just, when you're doing the auto, and that's it. Because that's the next thing people say when they say, wow, that's a great idea, Austin. I want to connect people on a personal level. But then their next question almost always is, how can I automate this? That's the problem.
No, actually, you can automate it. And let me explain how.
Please do.
If you do it every single day, every time you get a new follower, you go in there and you send, hey, thank you so much for following me. It takes 3 seconds. I can do it right now. I can do it live on Blab right here. Let's do it. I'm pulling up Christy something. I don't know her name. I'm just starting Snapchat. She wished me like, hey, keep going at it. I hit the little reply button. I hit the little camera button. I hit the video. I hit this. Hey, Christy, thanks so much for the well wishes. You're here on Blab, and I'm showing people how to talk on video. You're awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. I hope to talk to you more soon. That's it. How hard was that? I hit done. I hit tweet.
Wow.
Just like that. And now I've engaged in a way that will actually generate more engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Every single day, it will become a habit. It will be rote. People will jump in. It will be fun. I actually make it a game. I'm like, how do I make something? Like when I post an article and it gets featured on Business to Community and gets 1,500 social shares, that's a lot of sharing. How do I go through and make a personalized message for every single person, not say, hey, thanks for sending my article? I'm like, ooh, this is fun. I got to keep it up and keep it different. Otherwise, I'm going to drive myself insane. Mm-hmm. But that's how you automate it.
How long did that take you, Austin?
When I did that, it took me 4 hours.
Wow.
But 4 hours, and I got so many more people coming back to me. I had hundreds of new followers. I have traffic to my website. My website, because I've been doing this and I've been blogging 3 times a week, I've got over 900 unique hits a day now for the past 6 days that I never had before. I've had a huge traffic spike, you know? There's measurable results you get from this, but it's because I'm connecting with people and I'm trying to build relationships. I'm so getting on a soapbox here, and I do apologize, guys.
It's good, because here's the next thing that came in there. I'm going through these questions. How do I communicate with so many people, which you just answered? Who actually just put it up in here? Is that Kelly? What do I do? I'm always in my pajamas and not ready for the camera. Get out of your pajamas, Kelly.
Or do them in your pajamas. That can be your shtick.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. They can only see your face. There's been so many times I've been like laying naked in bed watching Netflix, and I go, oh, and I like pause it. I show my face so they don't see that I'm naked in bed. I'm like, thank you.
No, I'm not sure if you guys have ever been to Author 101, but Alex Carroll shows his presentation about how he can make money, and he had one of his presentations is him with the blankets covering him, nothing, no shirt, on a telephone. I mean, he's pretty built. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's gutsy. I couldn't show like no shirt on, sitting in bed on a telephone in my presentation.
Why not? I've done Twitter video messages. I've done live streaming from the toilet as I'm using it.
Wow.
You're sitting on
I don't know if I'm going to be interested in watching Austin's video messages ever again.
I wanted a message up until just then.
Right. That was it. I don't want a message now.
Where are you right now, Austin?
He's like, now he has to get I have clothes on.
It's a surprise. My point is,
real with your audience.
People try and say it's difficult, it takes too much time, but I know I personally spend a lot of time doing things that are maybe not productive. Like I'm on the bathroom doing my business. You know what I mean? It doesn't take that long to send a video, and nobody's going to know. It's just your face. You're not pointing it down saying, hey, look, I'm on the toilet.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, there are some people, teenagers, and who don't figure that trick out yet. But anyway.
I'm not a teenager.
Yeah. No, we've kind of us adults have figured that out. So, but I mean, literally, you're trying to build. If you think about it, if you're trying to build a business and you have not done something to communicate with your following, they're not going to be your following for long. And if you're not willing to get personal in the beginning, what makes you think as you get busier, you're going to be able to get personal with them later?
Yeah.
So,
okay, can I ask you his opinion?
Yes, please.
So I just did an event. Tim, you were there last week. I did a board-breaking event part of a seminar. Anyway, my segment was all about breakthroughs, and we did the board breaking, etc. Anyway, I handed out waivers, and I put on the bottom of that, if you'd like to continue keeping in touch with me, put your email here. If you're not, don't put your email. So I had a lot of people. In fact, most people. Very, very few people did not put their email on there. And I'm looking at this stack and I'm like, holy schmoly. Like, I'm really grateful and I'd love to put them on my list. But again, I don't want to send out some generic whatever, but we're talking about a couple hundred people. What do you think my first communication should be with them? Yes.
Go for it. You go first, Austin. I'll get.
You're not going to like this answer, but
I want it. I'm going to love it.
No.
What I say you do, you take that big list, a couple hundred, you wait till the end of the day, you get in your bed in your jammies and be all comfortable, and you send personalized messages to every single person, one at a time. And yes, it might take 4 hours from 8 p.m. to midnight for you to send all these messages out. But if you want to create a community, you have to start by caring about the other person. Mm-hmm. You have to go, what would make me the happiest? Would I want somebody to put me on a list and send me something generic? Or would I want somebody to stand head and tails above the shoulders of everyone else and send a personalized, hey, thank you so much. We had this conversation. I appreciate it. I remember you. This is what I can. Now, I get it. If you have 100 people, chances are you don't remember every single person. But if you do send a regular email, chances are they're going to notice because it's going to go to their primary email, not their, hey, promotions tab in Gmail or something else. It's not going to have the little, hey, unsubscribe here. You got added to the list. You go, hey, I wanted to take the time and write you personally. You came to my event. You gave me 90 minutes of your attention. I wanted to say I appreciate it. Something as simple as that goes a long way. And it's sucky because it takes a lot of time. But, I mean, truthfully,
ask them to opt in, actually opt into your list, or to still put them in the list?
It really depends on, I'm going to go to Tim here. Tim built his business through doing events and blogging. I think it really depends on your strategy. If you told people up front, like, hey, I want to put you on my list or XYZ, I don't have a perfect answer for that. I have other ways of building my list. I don't really do events. So let me pass that to Tim. What do you think, Tim?
Mel, have you seen the form? Were you at a Craig event when I actually used my form?
No, I don't think so.
I have this form which basically says, give me 3, take action from doing this, from what you learned today. I commit to do these 3 things when I get home. And same thing, not the waiver. You have the waiver, but then you said, hey, give me your email address. This here says, check here if you want to hear from me. I actually have a form on like a back page of my website that my assistant goes in and fills in their number 1, their number 2, their number 3, and all their contact information. The first email that they get from me says right onto it, hey, you met me at such and such event because it's listed on there. You told me you were going to do, and then it lists 1. How's number 2 going to go? What's your progress or what's your plan to make number 3 happen this week? Sounds canned. It is canned. All right. But it's personal because it writes down their stuff. Yours, I know that you did board breaking. I would create an email about that saying, hey, we met at such and such event where you actually broke through a challenge. You wrote something on your board. What was yours? Would you mind writing me back? Maybe send me a picture of what the challenge is you had to break through and wrote on your board.
Yeah, that's good idea.
That's my opinion. You got to have it worded your words, though. You get what I mean? You're now sending them a message saying, hey, tell me, because I know a lot of people. Huh?
Yeah, just photo captions you saying it. I'm just going to send them you saying that.
An idea for something else. Thank you.
Okay, good. I'll do that.
So, I know. Who was it that somebody in the group, in our Facebook group, actually put down something that they had written on their board that was very impactful. when their
And
board
took
broke.
they took a picture of their board and they put it on there and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be very powerful for people, for sure.
Yeah, I think you trying to communicate to them and get them to write you back to tell you what they wrote. That also gives you something that tells you about them.
Were you there when I did it for the big group?
No, I had to leave before the big group. You guys
so you
did it
didn't hear
after
the
Glenn. No, you
Right.
did it after Glenn. I left when Glenn took the stage.
Wow. It went great. It was fantastic, actually.
Yeah. So now you take it and you've got to do something with it. The problem is if you don't, you'll look at that stack of papers a month from now and go, oh crap, I didn't do something.
Yeah, I had somebody put it all in, and now I'm literally sitting with the list going, I want to do this right. So thank you so much for answering that for me, because now I'll do it Austin style.
Another website that does a great job of what Tim said is tut.com, TUT.com. It's there's a speaker, Mike Dooley. He was in The Secret, and he has something called Notes of the Universe. And it was really cool. It was the first time I ever saw it. Is when you fill it out, it's like, what are your 3 desires? You fill out this entire thing, and he has these autoresponders that go out called Notes from the Universe, or like positive little messages. But every once in a while, it'll slip in like, hey, you're going to achieve this number 1 dream you've already put up there. And so it's like a little personalized, and you're like, I know this is an automatic thing. Like, I saw that, but
Right.
It's cool.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Thanks.
And thank you, everybody, for following and giving me props and love over in the comments. Appreciate it. Let me jump out and let other people jump in here out of respect for you, Tim.
That website,
Thank you.
hey, Austin, type that website down in there. Marianne wanted that website that you just said. Cool. Coach Jenny, do you have anything you want to add on this? And Anna, anything?
It's TUT, right? TUT, yeah, there you go. Cool.
Well, so I'm trying to make sure I get everything in. But, I mean, yeah, it's coming down to personalize these things because, Jonathan, you've met Jonathan Sprinkles, right?
Yes. Hey, Austin, it was nice meeting you. Bye, brother. See you soon.
Bye, Austin. Have you met Jonathan Sprinkles, Melody?
Sorry, I forgot to say hi. It was nice meeting you.
I'm following you now.
Yes, Jenny, I called you. I wanted to know if you wanted to add anything to this as a coach. But no, Jonathan Sprinkles, when I first met Jonathan, it's where I do I don't have cards on me. And I always go, I'm out of cards right now. Can I get one of yours? And I'll email you my information later. And then when I get home, I send a personalized, it kind of looks personalized, but it's a canned email. Hey, we met at such and such event today. I don't know why we met, but I have this weird feeling that we met for a purpose. Let's keep in touch and try to get to know each other more. In the meantime, if you're more interested about what I do, here's the information. If you're interested, please go by and put your name, sign up for my newsletter. I put it all on them. And if they go sign up, they sign up. If they don't, I never hear from them again. I never hear from them again. If they write back and say, hey, yeah, I remember you, Tim, can we get together? I put the whole idea in their hands for them to take it to the next level.
Right.
So
I like that.
And I learned that from Jonathan. That's what Jonathan Sprinkles did in an email. And it sounded so personal, like Jonathan really cared about wanting to get to know me, and that's how I took it. And I'm like, wow, that's a neat idea. I said, the emails kind of sound canned, but I wanted to make them personal because like I said, I go meet you and I go look at your page. I'm looking at you before I'm going to go follow or buy your next program.
Right.
Jonathan Sprinkles, I'm going to see if I can find his website real quick for you guys. And yes, that's his real name. There it is.
For communicating at all?
Am I using what?
Full scope?
I've not used Full Scope.
You haven't used it yet?
No, what is it?
Okay. So, no, it's really awesome. I'm really loving it for my Periscopes. So, if you go to fullscope dot, see, what is it, .tv, I think, or .com, I think maybe both. You can sign up for free with Twitter, and it'll give you stats on your Periscopes. But more important than the stats for me is it will show everyone that was on your scope, and it will show all their comments, if they shared, how many hearts they gave you, how long they watched it, when they came in, when they went out, the whole thing. And,
see, people who I follow probably love me because I come in and out of stuff all the time.
So what happens is, and then there's a Twitter button on there, and you can literally send them a direct message. Now, they do an auto reply. I mean, they put in a default sentence, thanks for being on my broadcast today or whatever. But you can just change that to whatever you want to say. But I do those individually for each person that comes to my scopes that leaves a message. I on some scopes are too big to talk to the people who don't engage, don't stay very long. Yeah. But the ones, anybody who puts in a comment or anyone who shares or anyone who gives hearts, I make sure to get a hold of them through Twitter personally. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty fun. Yeah. So you should check that out.
I just pulled the page up. I went and did a Google search on it and pulled the page up. So, Mariana, you get that Jonathan Sprinkles. Okay, this is a good one. Is it possible to have a ton of followers, but all the wrong ones? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
In the beginning, I used to hear the term, and I still hear it out there in the industry, of the person with the most followers wins, or the biggest list wins. I don't believe that. All right, I have a very small list, and yet I have a very profitable business. And you know what I mean? I don't tell anybody my list size anymore, but let me tell you, if you see my list, you'd be like, oh my God, that's it? And I make a lot of money doing it because I target the right people to build relationships with. And I don't invest money into marketing to people who aren't my market, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. You're selling. What's that, Jenny?
If you're selling Scrub Daddy sponges.
Scrub Daddy, where did this come from, Jenny?
No, but it's true. It's better to have an engaging following than a large following.
Yeah, that's it. I have an engaged following. It's the people I connect with there. You know what I mean? If you're selling a widget that costs $1, then a huge list matters. Well, yeah. Okay.
That's what she means by Scrub Daddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Scrub Daddy.
No. Anyway, so I mean that's the basis I had on this. We were talking about the other day, and when I did the rabid small following will keep you booked solid. Yeah, one of the things you don't want to do is you get stuck into the $25 coaching program and have 100 of them, 100,000 of new ones a week, because you'll have no time. So that's where personal time. Yeah. My cat, all of a sudden now, because I'm talking, Mel, is at my feet and he won't let me go. I stopped twice and he shakes his head to get my attention again. So he's mad at me because I clipped his toenails today. So anyway, so I mean that's all I had. Mel, you have anything else to add on this? I know I wanted to see if Jenny had stuff to add, but
Well, I'd like to talk about the different kinds of followers on the different platforms. I think it's pretty interesting.
Sure. Which platform should we start with?
Well, Blab is interesting in that I don't know how many followers I have on Blab because I don't really look, but I think I have more followers on Blab than I do on Twitter. I got a really small Twitter following, but I engage a lot on Twitter, but I don't go and look for new people, and I haven't made a real big effort to grow that.
But how about, how do you do on Periscope, though? Because you do a lot more on Periscope than you do Blab.
Yeah, I have a lot more on Periscope than I do Blab, for sure.
See, that's where you got to find the tool that works for you. You know what I mean? Because if you've got a large following on Facebook and you're not on Facebook, what does it matter that you have a large following there?
Yeah.
You know, I know.
Well, exactly.
Well, I know Jenny doesn't use Periscope. So if Jenny had a large following on Periscope, what would it do her? What would it do? No good, because she doesn't use the tool.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I have a huge following on Facebook. I don't use that. I don't really get on Facebook very much. Do you do Facebook Live?
Yes, I do a Facebook Live. I try to do one every day at 3:00. Tim's 3 at 3, I call it.
Okay, but you can only, do you have that on your personal page or your business page?
Yeah, it's on my personal page.
Yeah. See, I don't use a personal page at all. I don't have one thing on it. In fact, all I've got is a banner saying, I'm not here. I'm over at Banner Page, because I don't want to hold 2 pages. And I reached my 5,000 limit on my personal page, so I just stopped using that. And so now I can't use Facebook Live unless I want to start that page over again and start using that page.
Finally, it's a good thing that I don't have a business page and I just use my personal page. Yeah.
Right. Well, I wish I could do that, but I hit my 5,000, and then I couldn't accept any more people. So it became
clean it.
Like, what's that?
Clean it. You know how to clean your Facebook list?
How's that?
You put a comment up there. You never heard Craig do this? I've watched Craig do it. Is he'll put a comment up there. Hey, I need to clear some space on my Facebook page because I'm full. So what I need is everybody on here, if you would go follow me on YouTube. Those who follow him on YouTube can stay. Those who don't can't. And he really doesn't. He really doesn't delete them. But you know what he does? He does it so that he can find the complainers, and he deletes the complainers, because then the complainers come to the top, and they all, well, why do I have to do this and this and this? Okay, unfriend you. I don't want you in my life. You're just making statements like that to bring up the complainers, the people who aren't fit to what you do. Because do you really have 5,000 friends?
I probably have more than that.
That was just so
5,000? No, of course not. Of course not. Delete.
Yeah. Yeah, Jenny, see, I got friends in low places. Those are the ones I had to get rid of.
So, Jenny, you say that you've been told for years to not do what? To not use your personal page for business. See, the other thing that scared me off of that was I was told that Facebook was going to come down and shut down people's personal pages that were doing business or whatever. And it was all like, okay, I get it. I don't want to do 2 pages anyway, 2 profiles, so I'm not going to do the personal one. I'll just do my business one. And that's all I've been using for the last couple of years.
There's a big difference between using it to do business and giving personal information that leads to business.
Right.
That's the difference between that, because you can't sell on your personal Facebook. However, on my personal Facebook page, I can tell people to come to Blab.
I know, but see, the business page, you get all the analytics and you get all that stuff, but I can't get Facebook Live on there. What do you think about the idea of doing Facebook Live? Because I have it on my personal page, but just doing Facebook Live just on my personal page. Think that's a good idea?
Yeah. Dean Graciosi does it.
But he keeps up his personal page, right?
He might have it linked through his business. I don't know. But
okay, I'll try and figure that out. So I'm leaving on Wednesday. I'm going to Cozumel, but I'm going to continue. I'll be here on Blab. Don't worry, Tim. And
I got all nervous.
I know, right? You're getting all scared. And then because I'm going to go speak there for an event there, so I'm pretty excited about that. But that's why I wanted to ask the question about the lists and about follows, because I'm going to be getting more people at that event. I want to make sure I'm taking care of the ones I get.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Stevie.
Yeah. See, I have a list of people who signed up for my webinars on blogging that I did a webinar on blogging 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to do when I do my next, not because I'm going to do a webinar again, is I'm going to send an email out to them because they're a segregated part of the list. I don't market to them on a regular basis. Send an email, said, hey, a couple of years ago, you guys liked it when I did webinars for blogging. Well, I'm going to start doing that again. Are you interested? If you are, click over here. You know, I don't market anything else to them.
Yeah.
So
That's respectful. I like that.
yep, you got to do that same thing with all those people before you lose them.
Okay. I'll get on it. I'm on it this week for sure. Okay, I'm going to bounce, Tim.
All
What's
right.
that?
How do I get on that list? On which list, Keeler? The which list do you want to get on, Keeler?
The
blogging
blogging
list?
list.
Yeah. I'm going to show you. Go to that webpage and give me and fill out the form and tell me your information, and I'll get you the information on it. So the other thing is now I've gotten all my blabs. I'm actually using domain names I have hidden, so that I'm like using them for things. But I have this is going to be all of my blabs are going to be on this site. It's nothing more than my my blog, but they're separated. If the blogs that were blabs.
That's good.
See, now when you guys go, oh, well, Tim, where was that blab on such and such? Well, I did a blog onto it. It's on that page because that page there is nothing more than all my blabs, blogs about blabs.
Are you doing catch? Are you uploading them yourself? Are you putting them on YouTube and then putting them there?
I upload them from here. I'm uploading them from a player in here.
Okay,
embedding them right from Blab, and then I'm writing about them in there.
Okay, so you're not putting them through YouTube?
No, not yet. I might eventually, but not right now. So if I get on YouTube, I might. I'm still debating the YouTube because I have quite a good following there, and I think it would do me some great. It would do me some great advantages to start using some of my YouTube following as well.
So why don't you put them on YouTube and then direct the YouTube and put them on that website? So they
I can put them on right from here too. I don't have to go through YouTube because I can put them right from here over there.
What player is being used?
The embed code from here, from Blab. Right onto a blog. I wrote a blog post about doing that.
If only I read your blog post.
Yeah, if you read my blog more often, you'd know it was there.
Then I wouldn't have to ask stupid questions.
Oops, hold on.
Right, Jenny?
Yeah, bad move. I almost there's a player thing that I have to figure out.
Right?
What?
Yeah, that's why he's a rock star, because he's rough and tumble Tim, we call him. Okay, well, I'll get on that and we can compare notes about that because I'm trying to repurpose my scopes and trying to figure out how to deal with my blog and YouTube. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff to do.
Well, you know, I might be willing to help you with this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Spend about 3 to 4 days helping you. That spare bedroom next to your office is available.
Barbara, wow. No, you're welcome anytime. You know, when the room is available.
When the room's available, because that's a fun room to stay in, and that house is a retreat to stay in. Just saying, that's payment enough for me to come help you. Is just staying at your house.
Cool. Well, that sounds like a deal, actually. But am I going to have to feed you too?
You don't have to feed me all the time, but wait a minute, no. Your husband's a great cook. He can cook for me anytime. You don't have to.
Okay, we'll get him to cook.
He is an awesome cook. But Mel's husband can really cook.
Yes, he can. Okay, I'm out of here, Tim. Thank you, honey.
Okay.
It's good to see you. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, that's it. As I said, I got to go get ready. I actually have a nighttime meetup here in Dallas. So, hey, go by. I put 2 websites in there. Blab Rockstar is the blabs, my blog post with all the blabs into them. And the Crazy Action Step, that just takes you to my contact page. If you'd like to maybe connect with me on a personal level, hey, go do that. And also I have a newsletter on there. Video interactive newsletter where I actually give you video blogging tips every week. So go check that out, sign up for it, and come back here again tomorrow where I think we're on episode number 48. We're coming up on a big 5-0. This week we will hit episode number 50 of Rock Around Your Blog, and I've got something very special planned for 50. That's only 2 blabs away. So be sure to stay tuned on our list so you can find out about that. Tim Gillette, timgillette.com, and Rock Around Your Blog. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.